So I just got out of watching the highly anticipated and much hype Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. Let's talk about it with as minimal spoilers as possible. So there'll probably be here. There might be a few unintentional, but it's The Odyssey. It's been around forever. If you don't know the story, then you don't know the fucking story. Let's go. Honestly, I gotta say, I can admit I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan fan. I think the majority of his movies are magnificently shot, but they are overhyped. Interstellar was really cool up until the ending for me. I get the whole fourth dimensional, blah, blah, blah. But ending it back behind his daughter's fucking sending messages through the bookcase was just dumb, in my opinion. Tenet, love the concept initially, but however long you want to, you can't understand it. The Dark Knight Rises is one of the fucking worst movies ever. Come at me if you want. But with that said, I did really enjoy the Odyssey. I got to say, it was a fun movie. I thoroughly liked the cast. The visuals, cinematography was beautiful. I watched it in Dolby because I prefer that over IMAX. IMAX is okay. I've done comparisons before. Dolby to me still wins over that one just for the whole experience. But it was a great take. Um, let's go through all the pluses first. Awesome cast. Most of them were utilized to their fullest. A lot weren't. Killer performance from Matt Damon. Killer performance. Anne Hathaway stole every scene, and John Leguizamo. Tom Holland did great with what he had, but I think standout definitely had to be Matt and as well as John Leguizamo. You had a lot of other cast members that were thrown in there. I mean, it was a very star-studded cast. Elliot Page, I mean, decent performance, especially when they were in Hades. Lupita, I feel, was not really used well. Charlize wasn't very used well. Most of the side cast wasn't. I think my favorite thing about the Christopher Nolan movies is that he, for the most part, uses practical effects. So they were really on boats for the most part. They were really on these Greek sets, not sets, but places in Greece. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Versus overutilizing CGI now. He does use CGI in some very evident moments, like the Cyclops and some other kind of magnificent things that you can't really do practically, but he does more than his fair share with that. He jumps around with time as he always does. There's always a flashback as we've got these different time things going. At the end of the day, it's Matt Damon's story, and we're on his journey trying to get back home. Right? That's Homer's Odyssey. Um, so there's not really much to dive here as far as story is concerned that you already don't know. Again, it was a great shot movie. Now, as far as the cons for me, that first half hour, the first not half hour, but the first half of the movie just dragged complete ass. Like there's so much exposition. To me, the acting was a little bland. Like great actors in for the most part, like I said, are standouts, but they're everybody else, like it's kind of like they phoned it in. Now, even with our great performances, even that first half was kind of just like bland, motionless. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of weight to it. And it was just really just dragging the whole fucking movie. I know we got to get through to our second half, right? But that first half, oh my God, it took forever. The payoff is the second half. The second half is great and phenomenal and just really pulls in that emotional weight that it's supposed to. But I don't know, man. That first half was just, I know that's kind of weird saying, but it is what it is. It always bothered me that they didn't use any kind of accents. Everybody went with their natural American accents, and it worked okay. But I still feel like that kind of pulled from said acting as well, like their emphasis in really pushing out these performances, um, just with their basic thing, like John Bernthal. He uses the same voice, same dynamic. Like he's the same dude in every fucking movie he is. He is. Um, I try to think about how he's differentiated anything else, and he hasn't. I mean, from the Bear to the Punisher to Walking Dead, he's always John Bernthal. And I just don't get why we didn't kind of just dive a little bit more into that aspect. I know it might seem minuscule to you, but I feel like if they were challenged with these accents, maybe they would have pushed a little bit more effort into that, um, but they didn't. The score was fantastic. I think there was some really captivating music that really helped emphasize the scenes Ludwig really destroyed in great ways. Um, our whole movie and landscape, it just gave a lot of motion to our scenes. I was thinking that this was going to be one of those instances where it was just going to be overhashed, typical Christopher Nolan, and we actually have an ending in this one. There's no twist, there's no question mark, there's an ending, and it's a great payoff. It really is. But it's not enough for me to say, "Oh, this is a perfect film." It's not. It really isn't. It's a great movie. I will admit, it was enjoyable, but it came with its own set of flaws. With that said, I'd recommend going watch it. Go watch it on the big screen. It has to be seen. It has to be seen. It is a great movie to watch, but it's got a drawback. I give it a 3.5 out of 5 for the same reasons. If you've seen it, please let me know down below what your thoughts were. Until the next Alert, my nerds, appreciate you.